Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of June 17 to 23rd. So your cards this week, Saggy: energies leaving, completing or transitioning. You have the Nine of Swords. Focus energies this week, you have the Five of Cups clarified with the Ten of Swords, and you have the beautiful omen of the Hermit coming in towards the end of the week. So, Saggy, for some of you this week, there is a situation drawing to its completion. And I think it's a completion that you'll be welcoming, even though at the moment, there may be some grief associated with it. I think it's a situation that's caused you, a lot of emotional hurt. There has been, some pain involved with it, but also that mental energy of, feeling maybe mentally unbalanced or unstable as well. So Saggy, let's have a look here at the start. So recent energies, or sort of leading up to now, we have the Nine of Swords, and I pulled a second card for that position, and we have the Two of Pentacles. So Nine of Swords is that very sort of mental, intellectual sort of energy of overthinking, overanalyzing, to the point where it sort of becomes an anxious energy, maybe even depression. Those kind of thoughts that once you jump into bed and you have that little bit of space, that they come rushing in and literally keep you up at night. Now at number 9, I feel like the situation has been gathering momentum, and I think that it's been so intense for you because you're sort of getting to that stage where you need to take some action, and there is some sort of pain associated with the action that you might need to take. So literally being in that sort of decision making has kept you awake at night, literally. Now with the Two of Pentacles here, I think it's a situation where, you felt maybe indecisive about which way to go. You've literally been sort of juggling the situation. One moment you're up with this, I'm going to make this decision, the next minute, the pentacles literally flip. So it's almost like you're sort of juggling this in your mind. You're juggling the decision, you're juggling those pentacles, which way should I go, which way should I turn? And while you're in that, that's it, I've just got the word now, it's a state of indecision. I think that's where you've been, in a state of indecision where you've been weighing up your options but not doing anything about it, which has led to this kind of, you've got this tumultuous emotional energy, but you've also got the mental energy of instability here as well. So really feel that it's time to make a decision and let the situation complete so that you can come back into mental and emotional balance. And I think that's what's happening for you this week, Sagittarius. So focus energies here. We have the Five of Cups clarified with the Ten of Swords. Okay, guys, so Ten of Swords, the perfect and actually quite beautiful follow on from the Nine of Swords here. This is actually that situation completing and closing and coming to its end. It's an end of a cycle. So that's actually a very good thing, I think, because it's going to put an end to this energy that I feel like you've been in for a while. So, with the Five of Cups here, it's likely that it hasn't been easy for you. And I do feel that you are the person that's going to have to bring this to a completion. I think it's been your indecision. And I feel like a lot of that indecision has been around, you feel you've got a lot to lose, and you are feeling in a state of grief about that. You've been focusing on, well, if I make this decision and if I let this situation go, whether it's a relationship or a job, friendship, something like that, you feel like you've got a lot to lose. But what you maybe haven't realized or haven't been focusing on is that, you've got new opportunities here right behind you that are, they're ready to come in if you can only turn around and, see them rather than just focusing on what you don't have, what you stand to lose from the situation. And I think that if you were to turn around and see these cups, that's when, that cloak of darkness will literally fall off and release you. Also in, the Five of Cups, we see there's a bridge there. There's a bridge across that emotional water here. You've got an easy journey, if you should want it, back to, your refuge, back to your emotional safety. It's right laid out there for you. All you literally need to do is turn around and see that right behind you. At number 5 as well, You know, 5's the number of conflict and change. In this situation, it's definitely about change. It's about accepting that it's time for something to complete, something to end, and you need to embrace that change. Now, the 10 of Swords also holds that energy of, you know, maybe like chronic fatigue, feeling very burdened. You know, it really is that energy that, you know, you may need some time to recover from. It's maybe that feeling of literally being stabbed in the back. There could be a lot of hurt associated with this. There may have been harsh words said with that Swords energy. There has been hurts here, but, you know, you really need to probably take some time to heal from that. So it's coming to a head this week, guys, and then coming in towards the end of the week, we have the Hermit. I'm very pleased to see this card here because this is your time to, you know, when the Hermit comes in, it's actually about finding that sense of serenity again in your life by, you know, retreating and withdrawing inwards into your inner sanctuary. So this could be a time where you need to focus on self-love. You need to take the time out that you need to heal and contemplate. You know, it's about reconnecting also with your spirituality, reconnecting with your true sense of self, with your values. You know, if you have been feeling quite out of balance and in this kind of conflict energy, it's likely that you've become disconnected from that side of yourself. And that side of yourself is your guiding light. So this is about you reconnecting with your guiding light. And little by little, inch by inch, when you reconnect with that, you'll be able to see the first tentative steps forward away from this situation and towards these new opportunities that are here for you. So it's a beautiful energy, that Hermit card. You know, it's about not necessarily being able to see where you're headed quite yet. You're not really seeing the full path. You're not sure what your new destination is, but you are trusting, and you're trusting in your own wisdom and your own intuition. Sorry about that, Saggy. The battery just went flat. So I was going to pick up where I left off. So what I was saying is this really is about you trusting in your own intuition, and through that inner wisdom, you know, little by little, your new path will illuminate, and you'll know where you're heading. But, you know, it might be, you know, that you just know where you're going for today, and then tomorrow you just know where you're going for that day. And, you know, in time, the path will start to open up and illuminate itself to you, but I feel like it's going to be a slower unfolding. Now, I did draw a second card for that position, Saggy, and I got the Six of Pentacles here. So, you know, if you remember at the start of the reading, we started with the Two of Pentacles, which is the Juggler. So that was you being in that state of emotional unbalance, or, you know, mental unrest. And here we have the Six of Pentacles, which is about bringing back a sense of harmony into your life, and, you know, starting to work on your inner wealth, you know, building your inner sense of harmony. And that's, you know, about not being in the position of being sort of the, you know, emotional beggar, but coming back into that position of power and wealth and back into balance. So it's a really beautiful card for you to end off with the Hermit. But the key to, you know, achieving that is to go within into your inner sanctuary, reconnect with your wisdom, and just remembering that, you know, when situations complete like they are for you this week, you know, it can be painful, but we must let them complete in order to get to those new opportunities and in order to reconnect with our true path. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I really wish you all the best with it this week. Keep in mind, as a general reading, it won't resonate with every Sagittarius out there, but it will for some of you. And we'll see you for another reading next week.